Hello everybody, my name is Fythodas. Welcome to this video, and if this is your first time in this channel, welcome to this Titan Quest channel. So, in this video I'm going to explain because some people are asking around about the two primary attacks that Titan Quest 2 has. I'm going to explain to you by showing to you an actual build that I made, and I made it also, I played it on live stream in a previous live stream series a few days ago anyways. And this build uses two primary attacks. And this is the point of this build. To use two primary attacks, use only one mastery, which is the Warfare Mastery, single mastery build. And see if we can get something good out of this combination of two primary attacks and the single mastery only. So, here we have my build. This build has already finished the main campaign. It doesn't really matter, but I'm telling you because I have leveled up this character. Here we have the Warfare Mastery. I don't have another mastery selected, only Warfare. And here we have the core skills. Primary attack 1, level 9. Primary attack 2, level 8. So, for you to explain, for you to understand really what is going on here, I wanted to make a build which would be using Warfare Mastery only. This build would be able to use a two-handed melee weapon to attack the enemy, and also, if I want it, and whenever I want it, the build would be able to also use this skill here, the Rain of Arrows, which skill requires a specific weapon, which is a bow. But the Sweeping Strike, which I also want to use on this build, is a melee skill. It requires a melee weapon, so let me show you. Here I have my Sweeping Strike. If I take the Rain of Arrows and I put it here, we can see that this one is blacked out. Why? Because this one doesn't work with a melee weapon. It works only with ranged weapons or bow. So let's remove it. Now, how can we do that thing? How can we make it so that we can attack, for example, some enemies, use the Sweeping Strike, and then instantly use the Rain of Arrows skill? We need to equip a weapon, a bow weapon, which means that if we have a bow weapon here, check, we have to open the inventory to right click on the bow to go there, and then to be able to use the Rain of Arrows skill if we have the Rain of Arrows down here. But that would be a total waste of time. It would be very bad during combat to try to open up the inventory, equip the other item, close the inventory, use the skill, then open the inventory. You know, this is not how games work. So, what we have here is the two primary attack system. And this means we also have that. It means that we have two primary attacks. We can assign one primary attack to modifiers that would work with our main weapon. For example, this modifier, this primary attack with these modifiers works with this one. This is the first weapon setup. We can see here 1, 2. If we click this one, this is the second weapon setup, which has the bow. So, we can also see that whenever we change the weapon setup, the hotkey bar down here changes. Here it says 2. If I change to 1, it says 1. Of course, we have a hotkey to change, to swap weapons, as they call it, which is this one. Chuck, chuck, chuck. I'm clicking on the hotkey. Chuck, 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 chuck. You can see how fast you can swap your weapons, and you can also see that you gain access to the different skill. The Sweeping Strike, which requires a melee weapon to the melee weapon setup, and the bow skill, Rain of Arrows for a bow weapon, to the second weapon setup, at hotkey bar, which is tied to this weapon. This is why we have two primary attacks, because what you can do is, on your first primary attack, which is assigned to the first hotkey bar, you can have a specific weapon with specific skills that have requirements for that type of weapon, like melee, like this one. And on the second primary attack, you can have modifiers that would be totally different to the modifiers of the first primary attack, because this time around, those modifiers and that primary attack would work with a different type of weapon, like the bow. And now we can see here, these are the modifiers: Indomitable and Onslaught for my primary attack number 1 with the melee weapon. These are the modifiers: primary attack with the bow, tail width, volley, onslaught. This is why we have this system of two primary attacks. Weapon swap, primary attack, and have more complexity and build diversity, I would say. This system is awesome. We also have in Titan Quest 1 two weapon setups, but we don't have them each weapon setup to be assigned to one hotkey bar like in this game. Yeah, okay, Titan Quest 1 works in a different way. You don't have any primary attacks to unlock modifiers, things like this. It is a different game. So, to show you how this works, for example here, I can use the sweeping strike, or better, I am changing to the bow. I will use the Rain of Arrows, and when the Rain of Arrows will start working through dropping arrows to the ground, I will change to my first weapon, chuck, changing back and using sweeping strike. Changing. So, this is the idea of having two primary attacks and different modifiers for two primary attacks. It is quite simple, and it can give you so much depth and so many different builds that you can try out with this system of two primary attacks. And this is the build I played also on live streams, which is supposed to be Warfare Mastery. Only Warfare Mastery. Let me show you the skills. We have the Sweeping Strike, modifiers Concentrated Fury and Siphon, which Sweeping Strike works down here on the first primary attack and weapon setup. We have the Rain of Arrows, Downpour, Pincushion, that works on the second weapon setup with the bow. And we have the Battlefield Awareness, which is an aura skill, Vitality Drain and Enhanced Resistances. I have this one assigned on my first weapon setup hotkey bar, but it doesn't really matter because when you change to the second one you don't see the skill here. It doesn't really matter because that skill is an aura skill. No matter where you have it, when you activate it, it is always active even if you change the weapon setup. Because this one has nothing to do with weapons. And down here we have the weapon proficiency. We have the martial expert. I don't have why? I didn't have any modifiers assigned. We have the battle hardened. We have the battle rage. And we have this versatile defense. It is a very simple build, single mastery only. I wanted to experiment with this build and see what I can do with two primary attacks and whatnot. The attribute points on this build have been invested into might and agility. For this one mostly. And I was lucky enough to find this one, the Dam Breaker. And these are my skills. My items, sorry. So, let me see how many deaths do we have. Number of deaths 0. This build is very good. Number of deaths 0. I played the whole game on normal difficulty. All enemy levels at the normal one. I didn't increase the levels of enemies. But now that I have completed the campaign, I have done everything I think. Let me check it. Yes, active quests. Oh yeah. All is done. Now I can do grinding and farming to level up this character, reach level cap 40 and increase all enemy levels higher than, you know, up plus 5 levels at the minimum level 40. So, this is the reason, this is how you can use, where you can use the two primary attacks. This is why we have two primary attacks. And more or less, this is the build of this Warfare Mastery. Single Mastery Warfare build, awesome build, very fun to play and very powerful. Of course, as a single mastery build, you know, I'm not spending points here. I could get from another mastery some more buffs to this build and make this build even more powerful, much more powerful, but I decided to try the game with a single mastery warfare build. And my goal is to reach level 40, to take this character up to level 40 and see how good this build will be with a single mastery warfare only. So guys, this is the video. If you like the video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. This channel is all about Titan Quest, and sometimes we have content of other games, but Titan Quest drives this channel. Titan Quest 1 and Titan Quest 2. And I'll see you very soon with more videos and live streams. Have a great day.